And now, back to more of South Florida Business Today on 880 The Biz.
And we're back. You know, I have a famous expression I used to say to my friends, it only hurts when I breathe. And the air, we're as good as the air that we breathe. And South Florida, with the homes that are built and are still standing that we live in, from homes that are still standing from 1920s to the most current homes that are built, from the stuff we hear about asbestos and insulation and whatnot. Today we have a special guest named Roger Herde, and he's with Ductmasters. And Roger, tell us a little bit about what you do and when you got started in the business, because air conditioning and the cleaning of ducts and bacteria is something that we all struggle with in South Florida with our homes, especially with hurricane season and the rain that we get. Things seem to fall apart. First of all, let me say welcome, and then tell us a little about your company.
Well, thank you, Anthony. Roger with Ductmasters Air Conditioning and Air Duct Cleaning. We started the business in 1992, and I was an engineer at Florida Power and Light. I went to University of Miami, and we were doing duct repairs for energy conservation. In so doing, we would cut open ducts to seal them from the inside, and we found that there was a bunch of mold and dirt on the inside of the air ducts. And I thought, what an opportunity. If I could help people breathe cleaner indoor air by cleaning up the air ducts, this would be a great business to get into. So in 1992, we started Ductmasters, and we were doing duct repairs with Florida Power and Light in their residential and commercial programs, and that quickly led into us doing air duct cleaning. We started doing air duct cleaning with Trane Air Conditioning, and we were actually the vendors for Sears back in the 90s to do duct cleaning for homes.
Oh, Sears, well, that's a great name. First of all, I didn't know that you were a Hurricane, and being a big Hurricane fan, I say hoorah to you for University of Miami. What are some of the signs that people may want to know about to give you a call? I mean, how do you know? I mean, obviously, we don't have meters and things to read the air quality in our homes. So what would be some of the signs that someone might say, hey, I think I have a problem, I need to call somebody?
Well, what we found out was looking at your air conditioning system, the national standards are that every 3 to 5 years, your air duct should at least be looked at to see whether or not they need to be cleaned. We've seen instances where people have rodent issues or they have cockroaches in the air ducts and they see dirt that shouldn't be there. If you look where the filter is in the air conditioner, that picks up a lot of the dirt in the home. When you get the air conditioner, perfect opportunity for us to clean up the air ducts because now we have access to the entire duct system. So that would be it. If you've had rodent damage, if you've seen that you have duct repairs either being done through a contractor, any kind of construction in the house, or you're changing out the air conditioner.
Well, you mentioned rodents and obviously insects. Is that a basic rule of thumb that if you perhaps had your house tented, the next thing you'd want to do is have your ducts looked at? Or I would imagine you do that after the house is tented?
Yeah, typically what we've seen is, again, Florida Power and Light has a duct program. It's free. It's 1-800-DIAL-FPL. That's 1-800-DIAL-FPL. You can have your air ducts inspected. They'll then give you a list of contractors, and Ductmasters is on that list. And we can come out there and from that evaluation from FP&L, give you an estimate of what it'll cost you to repair the ducts. But once you repair them, you've now trapped all that dirt inside of them. That's where we actually offer you that cleaning process, where we thoroughly detail and clean out the inside of the air ducts.
Well, tell us about that process. Educate our listeners, because that's what we do here on South Florida Business Today. Tell us about that process. Let's say that we have someone from our audience just hired you. It's a 3-bedroom home, say 2,000 square feet. How long are you going to be in the house? How much mess are you going to make? I mean, if you come into my home and you speak to my better half, that place better be clean when you're done. And she doesn't want you there all day. So give us a insight of a day's work.
Typically, the crew will pull up there at 8 o'clock in the morning. This is after the job is evaluated by one of our sales engineers. They'll actually look at the home and see what's needed to be done. If we're going to do a thorough job in either replacing the air conditioner and clean the air ducts, yes, it is a full-day process. If you're just doing duct cleaning, it takes about a half a day, about 4 hours. We use high-efficiency particle arrestance filters in our vacuums. That's HEPA filters. These filters trap all the debris inside of the vacuum and doesn't let it exhaust into the air where it can be hazardous to the occupants of the home. So we're looking to see if the ducts can be cleaned when we do the evaluation, how dirty they are, how contaminated they are, and what needs to be done. If it's simply just brushing, vacuuming, sanitizing, we can do that. Sometimes we coat the ducts with an antimicrobial agent. This allows the ducts to have a clean, smooth finish so that it doesn't trap the dirt in the future. So we would clean the ducts. We would clean the air conditioner, which is very much needed if the ducts are dirty and it's not being replaced. We see that the air conditioner has a concentrated amount of debris. Now, this is why you need to be a licensed air conditioning contractor, which Ductmasters is. Roger, that's myself. I actually hold a license for the company. And in Florida and California, these are the two states that require you to be a licensed air conditioning contractor to actually have the ducts cleaned. Because part of the duct cleaning requires sometimes that we make openings so that we can access the inside of the ducts.
And I mean, I would imagine that the family or the individuals could still be in the home. Must the home be cleared out? I mean, is it a chemical process where you can't have any cooking going on? I mean, how invasive is it to the home and the people in the home while you're doing this?
Well, keeping in mind that we're removing some debris, that if the home has never been cleaned for 10 years, yes, you're going to have a lot of debris that we remove from the duct system, but our vacuums are designed to keep everything within the vacuum and it doesn't exhaust and pollute the home. Our sanitizers are all biodegradable, and we use those to actually sanitize the air ducts when we're done. Again, people can be present, but if you have somebody that has allergies, asthma, or any kind of breathing disorders, then we would
you
actually
suggest that they leave the house and come back after you're done and everything's sealed and
sure.
Done.
Go shopping, go to the mall. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, so would you allow me to put you in the line? Can you give our customers an estimate of, say, just a duct cleaning? Give me a 2,000 square foot home, 3.2. What would the average? Again, I'm not holding it to you. Every home is different, but when I hear advertisers, when I hear people, one thing I like to know is get a ballpark idea, just in case they get a quote from somebody else and it's abusive.
Yeah, well, anywhere from 50 cents to $1.50 per square foot, meaning we've done condos for as little as $395. But if you're having a single family home done and it's very dirty, it has never been done, it may require more assistance than that. So we look at, typically it's $195 to mobilize the crew and about $39 per duct. That would be your ballpark.
Okay.
If your home has 10 ducts, it's $390 plus the $195.
Right. So obviously less than a hospital stay, because if you're breathing very bad air and you're getting sick, it's well worth it to have everything cleaned in your home.
Yes.
Well, Roger, thank you very much for today. I think those of you, why don't you give our listeners your website again and your telephone number again so they know how to get a hold of you?
Again, it's Roger from Ductmasters, and our phone number is 954-791-4111. Again, that's 954-791-4111. Our website is ductmasters.com. That's DUCT masters.com. And you can reach me directly with email to roger@ductmasters.com.